Hello everyone, this is your 5 and welcome to the Cobra Sancho toy review. And today's toy review looking at the 2010 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra action figure review. And today's action figure review looking at the Desert Battle Snake Eyes. Now I got this straight from a local toy shop near my area for 38 ringgit. Now original pricing from that shop of course is 39 ringgit and 90 cents, and that's the same pricing for the retails as well. Now, let's take a look at the front part packaging. The front part packaging bears resemblance to the 25th anniversary style of packaging with a mixture of the Rise of Cobra artwork. You notice that. Now, you notice the G.I. Joe logo here is all in silver this time, and the artwork, very nicely done artwork, is covering a little bottom portion of the two fonts there, surrounded by a blue glow. The Rise of Cobra version, the character artwork, is surrounded by green glow instead, so there's a nice touch there. Now, at the bottom, you got his name Snake Eyes, and he's a ninja commando. Now at the bottom here is the G.I. Joe logo. Everything is all crammed up together, even the warning label as well, and ages 4 and up. It's all crammed up, but it's still alright. Now here is the plastic bubble where the figure is there holding a katana. At the back of the figure head, you'll notice there's an assault rifle, and next to him is two Uzis. And his wolf, his pet wolf Timber, is there as well. Now there's the katana sheath as well, and at the back of the figure itself you notice there's the base stand, and at the bottom of the base stand there's the catalog. So this is very nice. Now at the back of the packaging, at the top part here, is the small write-up on what G.I. Joe is all about and who they're up against, which is Cobra. At this time their mission is desert battle, and you notice there's a nice little diorama going on the desert scene here. You got Dusty there, the Desert Battle Dusty. You got the Desert Battle His Tank version 5 now. Okay, I'm not too sure which character is that because, well, the image only shown the bottom part of the figure. There's also Zartan, and not too sure why a CD Strike Alley Viper is in the desert scene. You know, with that kind of equipment, he's most likely gonna die of dehydration. But I digress. Now, at the bottom part here, you got a nice little file card, and this time it's stated as Snake Eyes. His name is classified, his serial number classified, his grade classified. What's the point of giving him all that? Whatever. Mission equipment: hand forged steel helm of his katana sword. Now, it's right up there is stated as Snake Eyes is the G.I. Joe's team's ninja commando. As he and his wolf Timber cross the sand, he encounters his enemy Storm Shadow. The Cobra Ninja is heavily armed, so is Snake Eyes with an electromagnetic railgun and a PDV-2 personal defense variant weapons. Lowering his sonar modulating visor, he prepares for battle. Very nice. So, without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the toy. Be right back. And we're back of the removed figure, and there is the stuff out from packaging. Now inside the packaging, it comes with a small little catalog showcasing one side of the Desert Battle diorama. Very nicely done. Got Desert Battle Snake Eyes communicating with Dusty on the radio, some sort of communicator. Dusty is there, and behind him is the shack itself, and next to Dusty is the All Striker with another Joe character, and that's the His Tank version 5. Now at the back here, it shows the Wave 1 and 2 of the G.I. Joe and Cobra units, and that's about it. Now let's take a look at the accessories, starting with the base stand. Now it comes with a base stand. It's the same base stand from the 25th anniversary version. This is the G.I. Joe version, and you'll notice the nice little logo of the G.I. Joe down with the two pegs so the figure can stand on. There's two holes there. At the nameplate down is stated as Snake Eyes. Now at the bottom of the back of the base stand itself is stated as 2007 Hasbro made in China, and that's about it. Now we have the sword sheath, and there's a peg here. You can actually plug it at the back of the figure, and by pulling the sword out, nice little sword, but there's no Arashikage Ninja clan mark painted onto the sword itself, so it's a bit disappointing, and the sword is a bit short though, but it's alright. Handle is a bit long for a sword. I'm not too sure if I want to call this as a katana, but it's still alright. Nice little accessory there. Next we have the two Uzis, the same Uzi design, And both Uzis have the hooks at the end there. You're supposed to hook it at the bottom of the vest. Very nicely done. Next we have the assault rifle. Very nicely detailed assault rifle. And all the weapons, Snake Eyes can actually wield them with no problem at all. Holds it quite tightly and it's not even loose, which is a good thing. Next we'll take a look at Timber. Timber here may look similar to the 25th anniversary version or the Rise of Cobra version, where Snake Eyes comes along with Timber Wolf here. But the sculpt is a bit different, especially on the head sculpt. The head sculpt is a bit different. And they do add a few new stuff for the, well, actually one new stuff for Timber here. They actually gave him a sort of like a articulated head or tail. So you notice this tail here, all you have to do is put it down and his head moves. Not too sure what's the point though, but okay. The legs actually has no articulation, but it's rather soft. You notice, very soft. Not too sure why they use this kind of quality. The wolf itself is actually nicely painted. Eyes are painted in yellow and black. Got a black nose there. But it's not really as detailed compared to the previous Timber Wolves that were released in the older waves. Next we have the vest, and the vest is absolutely gorgeous. I really love the amount of details they put onto the vest itself. You've got the Uzi magazine rounds here, a lot of pockets. Actually the vest itself bears resemblance to the reactive armor torso. Very nicely done. And easily popped out too, because both sides has a button, so you can actually, well, pop the head off to remove it, or pop the head off just to put it back on. It's quite easy to put it on with no problems. Of course, pulling the head is a bit pain, and putting it back as well, because it's quite tight. Another accessory is the belt with the straps there. You can actually pop the button at the belt buckle there, which is rather, well, realistic. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. There's nothing to talk much. There's not a lot of details on the paint job itself. It's just mainly gray and black, and most likely really dark brown. You notice that. So there's not a lot of paint job involved on the figure. However, the visor is painted more in silver, and if you notice, you can actually pull the visor up a little bit to see Snake Eyes' eyes. Nicely painted, very nice. His eyes is actually black. I thought he's well, a Caucasian with very small eyes. Looks like Asian to me. Now, other than that, there's not much of paint job involved. And the strap here, the belt itself, is not part of the body, so I wouldn't call that as another paint job. Let's take a look at the figure's sculpt then. Now the sculpt of the body itself, the head, the torso, the hips, the legs, except for the kneecap and the arms, this entire section here is from the Paris Pursuit Snake Eyes. No difference at all. The only difference is the arms. The head here, they retool the visor so you can actually flip the visor up a little bit, and the kneecaps. And that's the only new stuff. Other than that, there's nothing new, which is still okay because it still looks very nice. Simple colors, and I really like the visor itself. Now let's take a look at the figure's, well, articulation. The head actually turns 360 degrees and pivot up and down a little bit. Shoulders here turn 360 degrees and raise the arms this far and close this much. Elbow joint here, bend this far, bend backwards a little bit, turn 360 degrees. Wrist joint here, turn 360 degrees. Torso joint can actually turn 360 degrees and move forward a little bit and backwards a little bit because it's being hindered by the vest itself. Now the hip joint here can move forward, back a little bit, to the sides. Double jointed knee, bend this far. Ankle joint here is very nice, pivots downwards, upwards, and turn 360 degrees. Now let's fully equip him first. He's actually not bad figure. I would say that if I'm gonna give a rating of this figure, well, at least Snake Eyes here can actually, well, carry all his assortment of equipment with no problem. Strange that they don't bother to give him a handgun, but the two Uzis on hanging onto the vest is actually a nice touch. And Timberland is just, well, it's just a wolf with added articulation, so it's not something you wanted to shout about, but the figure itself is very nice. If I'm going to give a rating on this, I'll say I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because it doesn't come with a lot of accessories. That's one thing. If you compare to the other figures that actually came with a buckload of accessories, this one is still alright. It's better than Duke, but still lacking with the accessories there. And not a lot of new sculpt, but at least the arms and the kneecap there is a new sculpt, and I really like the visor, which you can actually lift it up so to see the eyes there. It's nice. This thing is just there. So 8 out of 10 for Desert Battle Snake Eyes. I thank you all for watching. This is New 05 and I'm signing off.